Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a boy named Henry Parker. The town was quiet and simple. There were wooden houses, a church, a school, a blacksmith shop, and a small railway station where a steam train arrived twice a day. There were no cars on the road yet, only horses and wagons. In the evenings, people lit kerosene lamps. Children played in the dusty streets, and everyone knew everyone by name. Henry was about 17 years old. He was clever, healthy, and full of energy. But he had one big problem. Henry wanted to be successful fast. He wanted money, respect, and an easy life. He did not like waiting. He did not like hard work. He wanted shortcuts to success. Henry's father, Mr. Parker, was a simple carpenter. He made tables, chairs, and cupboards for the people in town. His workshop always smelled of fresh wood. Every morning, Mr. Parker woke up before sunrise. He worked with patience, measuring carefully, cutting slowly, sanding each piece of wood until it was smooth. Henry sometimes helped his father, but he did not enjoy it. "Father," he said one day, "you spend a whole week making one table. You sell it, and we get only a small amount of money. There must be a faster way to get rich." Mr. Parker put down his tools and looked at his son. "Henry," he said gently, "good work takes time. A strong table needs careful hands. A strong life needs careful choices. There is no easy road to real success." Henry frowned. "That is old thinking," he replied. "Things are changing. I will find a quicker way. You will see." Mr. Parker only sighed and went back to his work. One afternoon, a train arrived at the small station, blowing smoke into the sky. Among the passengers was a well-dressed man with a shiny hat and a big suitcase. He stood in the town square and shouted, "Come, good people, come and hear about a chance to become rich." Curious villagers gathered around him. Henry stood in the front, his eyes shining. The man opened his suitcase. Inside were papers and colorful posters. "My name is Mr. Dalton," he said loudly. "I come from the city. I know the secrets of making money quickly. No need to work like a donkey in the fields or in the workshop. With my special system, you can double your money in a month." The villagers looked at each other. Some laughed, some shook their heads and walked away. But Henry stayed. After the crowd thinned, Henry got closer. "Sir," he said, "I want to be rich. I'm young, strong, and I can read and write. Tell me, what is your system?" Mr. Dalton smiled, showing his white teeth. "Young man," he said softly, "you are lucky. I sell land papers from a new mine in the West. If you buy now, before others know, you will become rich very quickly. You can sell it later for 3 times the price." Henry's heart started beating fast. "How much?" he asked. Mr. Dalton named a price. It was a lot of money for Henry, but not impossible. Henry had been saving a few coins. He also thought he could borrow from his mother. "This is my shortcut," Henry thought. "Why should I stay in this small town working slowly like father? I will take this chance." That evening, without telling his father, Henry took his savings and his mother's small emergency money and gave it to Mr. Dalton. In return, he received some official-looking papers with a big, shiny stamp. "Remember," Mr. Dalton said, "you are clever to act fast. Others are too slow. You will be rich before they even understand what happened." The next morning, Mr. Dalton took the train and left the town. Henry held the papers like a treasure. He imagined fine clothes, new boots, a big house, and people saying, "Look, there goes Henry Parker, the rich man." Weeks passed. Henry waited for a letter, some news, any sign that his land papers had become valuable. Nothing came. One day, a traveling trader arrived from the west. Henry ran to him and asked about the mine and the land. The trader looked at the papers and laughed sadly. "Son," he said, "I am sorry. These are worthless. There is no such mine. This is a trick some city men use on villagers. You have been cheated." Henry's face became pale. He felt as if the ground was moving under his feet. "All my savings," he whispered. "My mother's money." He went home with heavy steps. He could not hide the truth any longer. That evening, Henry told his parents everything. His mother put her hand to her mouth in shock. His father was silent for a long time. Finally, Mr. Parker spoke. "Henry," he said calmly, "money can be lost and earned again. I am not angry for the money. I am sad for your thinking." Henry looked down. "I just wanted us to have a better life quickly," he said. "I thought this was a smart way." His father nodded slowly. "That is how shortcuts look. They look smart, they look easy, but most of the time, they are just traps for impatient minds." Henry felt tears in his eyes. "I was foolish," he said. "I should have listened to you." Mr. Parker put a hand on his son's shoulder. "You made a mistake," he said. "Now you must decide what to do with this mistake. Will you keep looking for more shortcuts, or will you learn the real way?" The next few days were hard for Henry. He felt ashamed to walk in the town. He imagined people laughing at him behind his back. One afternoon, he sat alone near the blacksmith shop. Inside, Mr. Jones, the village blacksmith, was hammering a piece of hot iron. Clang, clang, clang. The sound filled the air. "Come inside, boy," Mr. Jones called. "You look like a cloud is sitting on your head." Henry walked in and sat on a wooden box. "So," Mr. Jones said, "I heard about your land papers." Henry's cheeks turned red. "Yes," he said softly. "I wanted quick success. Instead, I lost everything." Mr. Jones put the hot iron back into the fire and turned to Henry. "Do you know how long it took me to learn this work?" Henry shook his head. "Years," said the blacksmith. "When I was your age, I also wanted to be strong and rich quickly. I thought 1 month is enough to learn this. But my master told me, if you want your work to be strong, your patience must be stronger." He took the iron from the fire again and hammered it more. Clang, clang, clang. "You see this piece of iron?" he said. "If I hit it only 2 or 3 times and stop, it will stay weak and crooked. But when I hit it again and again, with the right heat, with the right rhythm, it becomes a strong tool that can work for years. Success is like this iron, Henry. You cannot shape it with 1 or 2 hits. You cannot rush it. You must work on it again and again." Henry watched the glowing iron slowly change shape under the hammer. He understood the message. "Then what should I do now?" he asked. Mr. Jones smiled. "Start from where you are. Help your father in the workshop. Learn a real skill. Build something with your hands and your mind. You wanted to be rich quickly. Why not try to become skilled slowly? Money can come and go, but skill and character stay with you." That night, Henry spoke to his father. "Father," he said, "I want to learn your work properly. Not just to help sometimes. I want to become a real carpenter. Will you teach me, even after the foolish things I did?" Mr. Parker's face softened. "I was waiting for you to say this, son," he replied. "Of course I will teach you, but remember, it will not be easy. There will be no shortcuts here." Henry nodded. "I understand," he said. "I do not want shortcuts anymore. I want real success." From the next morning, Henry's life changed. He woke up early, before sunrise, with his father. He learned how to measure correctly, how to cut straight, how to join pieces of wood so they would not break. At first, his work was bad. He cut the wood too short or too long. He made chairs that wobbled on the floor. He became angry with himself and wanted to quit. "This is too slow," he said one day. "It will take me years to become good." His father looked at him calmly. "Yes," he said, "it might take years, but those years will pass anyway. The question is, who will you be when they pass? A boy still looking for shortcuts, or a man who can stand on his own skill?" Henry thought about the land papers, the shiny promise, the empty result. He took a deep breath and picked up his tools again. "I will keep going," he said. Months turned into years. Henry's hands grew strong and sure. His cuts became straight. His tables became even. His chairs became comfortable and solid. People in the town began to say, "Go to the Parker workshop. The father and son there make good furniture. They are honest and their work lasts." One day, a rich man from a nearby town came to visit. "I have heard about your work," he told Henry and his father. "I am building a new house. I want strong, beautiful furniture. Can you make it?" Henry looked at his father. Mr. Parker smiled and nodded. "Yes, we can," Henry said with quiet confidence. It was a big order. They worked on it for many months. When it was finished, the rich man was pleased. "You did excellent work," he said. "I will tell others about you." More orders came. Slowly, the small workshop grew into a respected business. One evening, Henry stood in the doorway of the workshop, watching the sunset. His hands were tired, but his heart was peaceful. His father came and stood beside him. "You remember Mr. Dalton and his land papers?" Mr. Parker asked. Henry smiled. "Yes," he said. "I chased a shortcut and fell, but that fall pushed me to the right road. Now I see. The slow road was actually the fastest way to real success." Moral of the story: shortcuts to success often lead to disappointment and loss. Real success is built slowly, with honest work, patience, learning from mistakes, and growing your skills and character. There is no magic road to a strong life. You may walk slowly, but if you walk in the right direction, you will reach a place that shortcuts can never take you. If you liked this story, please give it a like and share it with someone who is always looking for quick success. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more simple and inspiring English stories. Thank you for listening. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons.